On this normally quiet street in one of Vancouver's most prominent neighborhoods, a contractor renovating this vacant mansion found the skeletal remains of Chelsea Poorman. The 24-year-old has been missing since September the 8th, 2020, after getting separated from her sister Paige after a night on Granville Street, just a 10-minute drive from here.
She went through so much trauma. She overcame so much. But to end up like this is not right.
Since her disappearance, her family, friends, and members of the community launched an intense search for the young woman who had only been in Vancouver for 3 weeks after just moving here from Saskatchewan to start a better life. Her family said she didn't know anyone in the city, and it wasn't like her to not be in touch. Her family says they reported it to the Vancouver police, but say the police did not immediately start the search, didn't interview her sister Paige right away, or request for surveillance videos from the area.
How many more Chelseas? Every single person has a responsibility to do everything they can to stop this, and they're not.
Over 100 people gathered outside the house where she was found to pay their respects to the family and to demand justice for Chelsea after Vancouver police called her death not suspicious. Chelsea's mom Sheila says she is enraged they deemed it not suspicious after getting details from the coroner.
I was told from the coroner, and I had to ask him twice if what he said was true. He said that Chelsea wasn't fully intact. She was missing her cranium, and she was missing some fingers. And they have the gall to say that it's not suspicious and no foul play.
We do not believe that Chelsea was murdered. We don't believe that her death was caused by another person. The exact cause of death may never be known, and at this point it's considered to be undetermined.
Her family and advocates are demanding that the police do a more thorough job and find out what happened to her and who is responsible.
VPD, you need to respect the Poorman family. When you said her case is not suspicious, is hurtful and harmful to our people. VPD needs to apologize to our relatives, the Poorman family.
Adding to the mystery is that Chelsea was discovered on one of these 2 balconies here in the back of the house. Now, there is no way to access the balconies from the outside, and her family confirms that Chelsea had a disability in her arm, making it nearly impossible for her to scale the side of the building to get onto the balcony. Police have also revealed that not only was she not intact when she was discovered, but there was a blanket placed on top of her. The owner is overseas, and this house has sat empty for the last couple of years. That is until just a couple weeks ago, when contractors made the grisly discovery.
VPD barely even looked. It was our people, our way as Indigenous people, our strength as Indigenous people. You know who is suspicious? VPD.
According to her sister Paige, after they got separated that night, she called her sister, and Chelsea said that she had met a new bae and that she was okay. That was the last time anyone heard from her, and then her phone was turned off. They believe that Poorman died near the time of her disappearance, and toxicology tests were not possible. And on this Mother's Day, instead of celebrating this day, her mother, Sheila Poorman, and her family are in deep mourning over the loss of Chelsea and asking what really happened to her. Tina House, APTN National News, Vancouver.